set my daughter on fire. You put her in the woods. Just treated her like she was nothing when she was well-loved and still well-loved.
You know that old saying, right? If you love someone, set them free. If they come back, they're yours forever. Well, somebody in Memphis heard that and took the set them part way too literally. Set them on fire, apparently. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust, except this wasn't some peaceful cremation with family gathered around saying nice things. This was someone trying to erase Dominique Lomax from existence at 4:30 in the morning on a random industrial road. And look, I wish I was making a joke right now, but this is genuinely where we're at. A 27-year-old mother was set on fire and left burning on the side of Swinier Road like roadside trash. But here's the part that's gonna drive you crazy. This wasn't random. Dominique didn't just disappear into thin air. She was dropped off by her boyfriend at a specific apartment complex to meet a specific person at 5 in the morning. So when her mama stood at that vigil talking about, "You set my daughter on fire," she's not talking to some random stranger. She's talking to someone who knew Dominique. Someone who probably knows exactly what happened that night, but has been lying since the very beginning. Now, before we get into all the mess that led to that moment, let me tell you who Dominique actually was. Because she wasn't just a headline. She wasn't just another statistic in Memphis. She was somebody's whole world. Dominique Lomax, her friends called her Dom, was 27 years old, born and raised in Memphis. One of 4 sisters. And from what her family says, she was the one who kept everybody together. The one who'd call just to check in. The one who'd show up when you needed her. She had that Memphis energy, you know what I mean. Warm but tough. Kind but not to be played with. And she was a mother. Had a son who was her entire reason for everything. Every long shift she worked. Every sacrifice she made. It was all for him. Her family said she wanted stability. Wanted to give her child the kind of life she dreamed about. The kind where he didn't have to struggle the way she did. But here's where things get complicated. Because Dominique's love life, that was a whole situation. Her family knew it. Her sisters definitely knew it. And if you go back through the Facebook posts from when she went missing, you'll see her sister didn't hold back. She straight up called the boyfriend estranged and violently abusive. Not ex, not former, current boyfriend. The same man who would later tell police he just casually dropped her off at 5 a.m. to meet another dude. Now, I don't know about y'all, but if my sister's boyfriend is violent enough that I'm calling him abusive on public social media, and then my sister goes missing after being with him, I'm not just suspicious. I'm certain. And Dominique's family felt the same way. But Dominique, like a lot of women, probably thought she could handle it. Probably thought he'd change. Probably thought she knew him well enough to be safe. And that's the tragedy in all this. She trusted someone she shouldn't have trusted. She got in a car with someone who, according to her own family, had hurt her before. And it cost her everything. So let's talk about Labor Day 2023. September 4th. It's 4:45 in the morning. And I need y'all to really sit with that time for a second. The sun's not up. Birds are still asleep. Even the people who actually have to be up that early are probably still hitting snooze. And Dominique's boyfriend says he drove her to Highland Meadows, apartments, to meet someone. A man named Rico. Now, I'm trying to be professional here. But what kind of boyfriend drops his girlfriend off at 5 a.m. to meet another dude? Like, sir? Are we Uber now? Are we just out here providing transportation services for our women to visit other men before breakfast? Because that's not boyfriend behavior. That's something else entirely. Dominique gets out of the car with her camouflage backpack. She pulls out her phone and texts whoever she's meeting. I'm finna walk in. Real casual. Like she's just popping by someone's place she knows. And then she gets a text back. Walk in where? Which is interesting. Because if you're expecting someone at 5 a.m, wouldn't you know they're outside? Wouldn't you be waiting for them? The whole exchange feels off. But Dominique texts that, and then nothing. Phone goes silent. No more messages. No more calls. Just dead air. Now here's where the boyfriend story really falls apart. Dominique doesn't respond. Hours go by. A whole day passes. Then another day. 48 hours of complete silence from a woman he supposedly cares about, and he's doing... what exactly? Not panicking. Not driving back to Highland Meadows to check on her. Not calling her family. Just... nothing. Because let me tell you something. If my man drops me somewhere and I don't text him back within an hour, he's calling. He's showing up. He's making sure I'm okay. That's what you do when you actually care about someone's safety. You don't just drop them off in a dark parking lot at 5 a.m. and then act surprised when they vanish. By Tuesday, Dominique's family is losing their minds. Her sister goes to Highland Meadows looking for her. Can't find her. So she calls Dominique's phone, and somebody answers. A man. He says he found the phone while doing yard work. At 5 a.m. In the dark. Because apparently that's a normal time to be trimming hedges in Memphis. And here's where it gets even weirder. The sister uses Dominique's phone to call the last number, the one saved as Rico. And Rico actually picks up. He tells her he saw Dominique get into a blue car and leave. Just a blue car. No other details. Not her Uber showed up or her friend picked her up. Just a random blue car, and she drove away, and that's it. So let me get this straight. Your friend shows up at 5 a.m, immediately gets into some mystery, blue car with a stranger, and you think that's normal? You don't walk her out. You don't ask questions. You just watch her drive off into the darkness and go about your day. The whole story is so disconnected from reality that it sounds rehearsed. Like someone told him what to say if anyone asked questions. Wednesday morning, September 6th, 4:33 a.m. Memphis police get a call about a fire on Swinier Road near the airport.
Memphis police are investigating a deadly fire tonight. This fire was reported about 4:30 this morning at Sweeney Road near Holmes. After crews extinguished the fire, police say they found human remains.
Firefighters show up thinking it's illegal dumping. Maybe trash, maybe old tires. But when they put out the flames, it's not garbage. It's a person. Someone set a woman on fire and left her burning on the side of the road like she was nothing. And this wasn't some random location. Swinier Road is industrial, remote. The kind of place where nobody's around to see anything at 4:30 in the morning. Whoever done this knew exactly what they were doing. The body was burned so badly they couldn't identify her right away. That's what fire does. It destroys DNA, destroys evidence, destroys everything except the truth that somebody wanted this woman erased. By September 13, the medical examiner confirms what everyone already knew. It's Dominique. The girl who texted, "I'm finna walk in," just days earlier is now dead, and someone tried to burn away the evidence.
We wear the letters of the city on our back with pride, but everything that really come with it, we sometimes just not prepared for.
Deontay Russell says the day that his sister disappeared, he was at his new home in Atlanta, scrolling on Instagram when he noticed a post for a missing person from Memphis.
So I just read what it was saying, and then I saw the last name, and I looked up, and it was my sister. So I was like, man, this it's crazy, and I just stopped everything I'm doing.
Deontay called his little sister. According to Memphis police, 27-year-old Dominique Lomax was last seen on September 4th. They say the last known person to see the young woman was her boyfriend. In a police report, Dominique's mother said the boyfriend told her he dropped her daughter off at Highland Meadows Apartments to meet another man. The boyfriend said after he dropped Dominique off, she sent a text to him saying that she was walking in. He asked her where, and then communication stopped. Dominique's sister went to the apartments to search. She called Dominique's phone and says a man answered. He told her he found the phone while he was outside doing yard work.
When people go missing, it's usually not the best news.
That's how her brother found out. Not from a phone call, from Instagram. And by the time he saw that post, Dominique was already gone. Police pulled phone records, analyzed the texts, interviewed the boyfriend, searched for Rico. And you know what they came up with? Nothing. No arrests, no suspects named. The boyfriend's story is full of holes. Rico doesn't exist. And the phone ending up 2 miles away is way too convenient. But 2 years later, nobody's been charged.
The family and friends of Dominique Lomax released green and white balloons together on Thursday evening to honor her memory. The 27-year-old's body was found aflame near Swinney and Holmes roads on the morning of September 8th.
You set my daughter on fire. You put her in the woods. Just treated her like she was nothing when she was well-loved and still well-loved.
Her mother, Lois Lomax, spoke at Thursday's vigil and called for whoever killed her daughter to come forward. Lomax's sisters also had strong words.
We deserve to know what's going on. We deserve to know why. And we deserve to know that these people need to be in jail. She needs justice.
September 14th, 2023. The family held a vigil. Green and white balloons rose into the Memphis sky while her sisters stood there begging for answers. Begging for someone, anyone, to tell the truth about what happened that day.
It doesn't matter who you are and what you know. Any little piece of information helps my family. My family is hurting. We are broken. We are devastated. We are upset. And we just really want answers from my sister.
2 years later, Dominique's case is still unsolved. Her killer walks free while her son grows up without a mother. And look, I'm not saying Dominique made perfect choices. Getting in a car at 5 a.m. with a man her family called abusive wasn't smart. But she didn't deserve to die for it. She didn't deserve to be set on fire and left on the side of a road. What she deserved was justice. What her family deserves is answers. And what Memphis needs to do is stop letting cases like this go cold just because the victim was a black woman who trusted the wrong person. If you know something, call Crime Stoppers, because somebody out there knows the truth. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments if you think the boyfriend's story adds up, because I sure don't. Hit subscribe for more cases that need to be heard. See you next time.